So this is a thing. Have you guys ever seen this? In the corner, we have two books that I would recommend you read. One is The E-Myth. Someone told me about this book when I started my first business in 2006. They told me about this book in probably 2008, 2009, and I was like a 17-year-old kid. I thought I knew everything. And from the title, I was like, E-Myth, this is going to tell me not to start a business, right? Because E is entrepreneur, and I didn't want to read that. It turns out that is not the case. It's essentially telling you just get systems in place so that if and when you grow, you can end up being the owner. Does that make sense? And then Good to Great, I don't know, you guys heard that book?
Heard of E-Myth, but not Good to Great.
All right, so Good to Great is another great book. Jim Collins wrote it. That essentially is they're comparing corporate businesses, but essentially the rules apply the same way. They're saying good businesses versus great businesses, what the difference is. Great being financial, so money and stuff like that, but also employee, low turnover and stuff like that. Anyways, so levels of entrepreneurship, we start out at employee. So you are working for someone else, right? So we're going to get rid of that. Doesn't belong in this speech, right? Who cares? Next one, we have self-employed. So self-employed is when you start your own business. You're a one-man show, you're a one-woman bakery, right? Does that make sense? And there are plenty of people that are super happy right there. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no need to advance if you don't want to. Is that fair to say? You got a van, you got a wrench, you know how to fix plumbing, you got a business, right? And you're cool with it. I don't need to advance any more than that. Then you're going to step up and you're going to get some employees. That makes you a manager. So now you got a couple vans, you got a couple employees that know how to fix plumbing, and a couple wrenches. Does that make sense? Multiple yoga instructors, multiple bakers. And I keep saying consultant, but that's not right. What did you say?
Contractor.
Contractor, okay. So multiple people, you can get employees for something like that. Or even subcontract out some of the work. So essentially you're getting money for somebody else doing the work. Essentially all this comes down to is trading money and time. You want to stop doing that. Because there's only so many hours in the day, right? So you're limited. There's a finite amount of time that you can trade. So if you can use other people's time, way better, right? Because then you're limited only by the number of people that you can keep managing. Make sense? All right, so now we're going to step up even more. Now we get director. Director is where you're actually in charge of multiple managers, and those multiple managers are in charge of multiple employees. So that's even higher up. So again, you don't have to, this is not like, oh, I have to achieve this. Because I can tell you, I'm right at the manager point, and I'm cool. I want to grow, I get that. Director's cool, but a manager is still comfortable. You're living, you're surviving, it's a decent business, and I know that when I go to sleep, I'm still making money, which is a very good thing when you have your own business. Owner is when you have multiple directors, multiple managers, multiple employees that are making money for you. So then you're probably making money for lots of people beyond employees and stuff like that. So the whole point, you can probably skip the director out of there. Let's just say that you're a guy or woman and you have, I didn't mean to be sexist here. You're just a dude that has a business that has managers and employees. Essentially the end game is you're talking about selling it. So you gotta know what the end game is, right? Instead of just, I'm gonna start this plumbing business, right? It's me, a wrench in a van. What are you gonna do to retire? Not answer the phone anymore. It'd be nice to have something that you could sell. Does that make sense? Or something that you could transition so that somebody pays you a certain percentage for your client base, whatever it is. However, you're gonna maybe just sell the whole bakery. Maybe you come up with some super awesome bread creation and so you're selling that. Or license rights to that. So you want to have an end game, and that's the whole point, is stop trading money for time.